Hilary?
Yeah, I agree. I personally don't want to hear employee complaints. I think they need to go through the ranks. If they go through the ranks and there's still a problem and that work logic doesn't even work out, I would consider listening to them in executive session. But other than that, I think it's working out very well.
Well, being the head of the RV committee, I get people calling me all the time. Even cabin people call me. And I just tell them, well, you can go to the board meeting, here's their email them with that problem, or come, if you'd like to volunteer, I always throw that at them, and they go away real quickly with that. So, but again, I just did it at the chain of command, if it's anything necessary.
Any more questions from the audience? Dave?
I've got two questions. The first one for all of you is how open do you feel a position is? Are you going to give out an email, a phone number? Like I looked at today, I'm part of hearing. So there are parts I didn't hear that I would like to go back to one of those directors and ask them, what did you say or what was your feeling on this? And I have no way to communicate with them according to the paperwork I was handed today. So number two is, what is your one or two goals that you would like to get your feet into and start working on? If they were to say, all right, Junior, go for it. Hilary, all right, that's a good idea, go for it. What would all of you, your one or two goals that you want to do as you get along?
Let's start with John this time.
The email is, it's funny, we have, and started, I think, before you came on, or when Hilary came on, where we got the ranch.org emails. And I'm amazed how little emails that we get. But it's there, and anybody can email existing ranch board members at all times, and I'm sure that you guys will give out your emails during your candidacy for people to call. What was the second question?
Second question, what's your goal starting your new term? If you want to go with one or two ideas that you think will either sell more shares, get more volunteers, what is your goal to get me growing?
I don't have anything specific except the continued restoration of the ranch from where it was before I became a board member. Everything. There isn't anything on the ranch that doesn't need to be addressed. And that's as blunt as I can be.
Daymon, go ahead.
So, yeah, I would have no problem giving an email address to all of the owners to communicate for clarification purposes. If you wanted to know, some clarification on something that I had said. As far as my goals, as a board member, I think obviously my first focus would be on the infrastructure and trying to help staff develop a comprehensive, continuous improvement program, a maintenance program. I've learned one thing over the years in the infrastructure that I deal with. I'm dealing with water valves that are 80 plus years old. And what I found is in the public sector is you can't capital improvement your way out of an existing problem, because there's just not finances to do that. So what you have to do is you have to suck every bit of life out of the existing infrastructure and make it workable, make it sustainable. And so I think that would be my priority, is helping staff with the infrastructure issues and try to put together some maintenance programs. And again, I don't know what's in place currently, but that would be my focus. And then, just attention to detail. I think there's things around the ranch that can be done to not necessarily capital improvements, but just improvements of our existing facilities and infrastructure that could perhaps attract more people down the road.
Ginger?
My email is gingernelson1959@gmail.com, and you're welcome to send me any questions that you have. I was going to put it on here, and I was afraid I would be overwhelmed, but that just makes sense. That people will want to know who you are and what you stand for, and maybe what I put on here is not enough. My focus, I think I mentioned, would be on sales because we do not have enough money to run this ranch the way it should be ran and keep it the way it is, much less fix everything that's broken. So I would focus on sales. I also think that I'm a really good communicator, and maybe I could bring some harmony to this board and kind of get more people on committees, and that would be my goal. And anything else, obviously, that I saw a need to do. I can only do so much, but those things right now are what I see that I think would really help the ranch.
Go ahead, Diana.
Okay, I think that appearance is very important. So when you come into the ranch, people are owners for a feeling, for a getaway. So when they come in, it looks great. I mean, the restaurant's been painted. It's getting done slowly but surely. Everything's getting painted. But it needs to be aesthetically pleasing because of the senses, so you see everything. So appearance, everything needs to be maintained, of course. Maintenance, appearance is very important. Just like Disneyland. I mean, this is people's Disneyland. It needs to be phenomenal. And then I think the ease of use for whatever they're going to do, that would be something I would focus on. If you want to do a boat, this is what you want to do. So if you want to go to the pool, this is what you do. So there needs to be an ease of use. Call the office. It should be easy. It shouldn't be complicated. So training of the office would be important, I think. And then I would like to see reports each month. The supervisor from each department come and give a little synopsis of how things are going on the ranch. The security, what's going on with security. Maintenance, the stables, activities, whatever's going on. I need somebody to tell us what exactly is going on. Just a little synopsis, hey, this is what we're doing here. And then, of course, get that RV section taken care of. It is like an ugly cousin that needs to be fixed. It is just an eyesore. People see it going to the stables. If we could just beautify it. I'm up for beauty. Let's just do that. Make it look nice. Even if it's not that nice behind it, if you could hide it, and just throw some dirt and rocks and some trees up there. So, a big berm. So that's what this needs to be. This has the potential to be amazing, but we have to work together to do it.
Availability?
Yes, availability.
Hilary, go ahead, and then I'll make one closing comment, and we'll get out of here.
What is that question?
well-
my availability. You can have anything you want. I have people texting me, email, messenger, smoke rings, pigeon, I don't care. Whatever, whatever you need to do to get hold of me, I'm open for it. I'll put it all out there.
I think the first thing we need to do is enhance the marketing program. You can say we need to sell more shares, but how are we going to do that? Apparently the marketing program we have now isn't working. Like I said, I've been doing sales. I haven't sold that many, and I've tried my hardest. So we need to reach populations that can afford to come here, that can afford to buy a share. That's the first thing I do. Then we take that money, and then we can talk about improving the infrastructure, etc. That's high on my goal. The other thing I would really like to see, I don't know if it's possible, but if you're talking about improvements in the campground, I would like to see the planting of trees and then a watering system to those trees. The campground tends to get very hot, as I'm sure the cabin area does too. But the cabin area has a lot of trees around it. I would say in about half to 3/4 of the campground, there is not enough shade. So that's what I would do also.
Okay, if it's okay with all of you candidates, I'm going to take your email off of your bio, have Kelly e-blast each one of them, and I will post them on our Facebook forum so that everybody will have it, if that's okay.
Why would you take the email off our...
I'm just taking the one you gave me to give it to the public.
Oh yeah, that's
sorry.
fine. Oh, I thought you were going to take our email off of it.
No.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
offering it out to the public.
Fine.
Well, there will also be the bios on the website for tie votes. I don't know about our website per se, but we'll work on it. We'll figure out how to get the candidates' bios everywhere we can get them. Like I said, at the moment, the elections, the ballots will go out on the 27th, but you can still go to tie vote, probably even starting tomorrow, to review the candidate statements.
And how many times can we e-blast them?
Oh, yeah.
3?
Let's say 2 using ranch facilities.
3 last year.
We had 3 last year. Okay. 3 this year. The ranch will foot that bill.
So is it going to e-blast our bio?
Yes, Kelly will. You get it to Kelly in a PDF file. I can forward them to Kelly in my PDF that I have of you, and he can e-blast them out. Any other comments, questions? Anything you want to say? I want to appreciate you all for being here, and I wish you all a good luck. Thank you and goodbye.